Hi, and welcome to the Saturday Night Sleepover podcast. I'm your host, Charlie, and I started this podcast because I'm good at two things. One, making friends, and two, telling stories. So you get to participate in that by listening. Welcome to the Sleepover. It's Saturday night. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Sleepover. I'm your host, Charlie, and today we have repeat guest Christina on. Welcome, Christina.
Yay, me.
Last time, this is like our redemption episode because last time the audio was so bad. The only people who listen to it are our poor husbands.
And a coworker, but he only got halfway through.
Yeah.
He was like between the lawnmower and the audio.
Because, I think that I figured out through that because he's not the first person that's told me that they have listened to the podcast while they are mowing the lawn. I think that's what men do whenever they listen to my podcast. They mow the lawn.
When I've mowed the lawn, I've listened to podcasts. So I should listen to your, this was before I knew you. So
do you mow your lawn at the house you have
I was
here?
just thinking that it was last summer that I was mowing it. I really haven't mowed it yet. We're still in spring, so I haven't really gotten into it. Philip's mowed it like twice. But yeah, I was listening to the 505 podcast. It's on like cameras.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
What kind of cameras?
Well, I guess it's not on cameras. I'm like, hopefully they don't listen to this in here that I'm horribly at describing it. But I've listened to a lot of them. They talk about like how to produce content.
Oh, okay.
And that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So mixing it between, like how to like what good quality equipment versus just getting out there and doing it. Kind of the whole motivation behind it.
Yeah. So, like just content creation in general, probably. Yeah. That's cool.
A good one.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
With a podcast.
Yeah.
My camera equipment is, we were just talking about before we push record, because we record at the Fayetteville Public Library. Shout out Fayetteville Public Library. And
I said that I wanted a comfy chair.
Yeah. And I was like, if I were going to redesign this room, I would redesign to have a couch on this back wall and then for them to put a nice camera up on the wall up there, and then it'll be like capturing, it'll look like a regular podcast setup. Like,
and then I kind of laughed and I was like,
she was like, why don't you just, make your own studio at
like
your
house?
house?
Throw a blanket in a plant.
Yes, I do. Am I asking too much?
Fayetteville Public Library, this is your informal request.
Yes, send me a poll and I will respond to it. Speaking of polls, at work recently, it's been tornado season, and so Christina and I took our relationships to the next level.
She walked around and asked everyone if the tornado came, we would have to go into the restrooms because that's the
safest spot.
And they're individual stalls, but the stalls are like cement, so you're like really in there by yourself. And I was like, she's like, who would you want to go in there with? And I was like, you.
Well, I phrased it to everybody because I was like on the slide trying to get everybody emergency preparedness like minded. And so on the slide, I was like getting everybody to know that the safe spot was the bathroom. So I went up to every coworker and I was like, if the tornado comes and we all have to get into the stalls and there's not enough stalls for everyone, we have to double up in the stalls. Who's your tornado toilet buddy?
Yeah. Who's your tornado toilet buddy? It's like Charlie is.
So we even picked out our stall and everything. But our bathrooms at work are kind of non-traditional anyway. Yeah. I was talking with a coworker recently, and because our bathrooms, they're just stalls with sinks. Yeah, so like there's no men, there's no women. It's just like not like you're imagining like where you with the cracks and everything you can see. It's like your own little room with a toilet.
It's like
in
soundproof practically, and it shuts all the way. Which I was thinking about that the other day when I was like, it's like deadbolted, and so I'm like, could you lock yourself in here? But you can't. Because and then you would just be able to get in through the deadbolt. There's no other like locking mechanism between you deadlocking it and someone.
Yeah, unless you're like passed out or something.
Yeah, but then someone could come in still. It's not like you have this way of locking it to where no one can come in.
Yeah.
Like the person who has the key that would like save you.
But there's no key. It's just flat on the other side.
that's still like that's just like a child-proof key. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
it's a
don't know. I
stick
haven't
key.
inspected it that much.
Oh, okay. There is a hole.
Mm.
They would be able to get through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Start.
the bathrooms at work. I mean, the first time I used it, I was like, oh, I'm like washing my hand next to a dude. It's not normal.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I was talking to one of our coworkers and he was like, I think it shames the dudes who don't wash their hands into washing their hands because you can see if you do or not.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also takes a little less pressure off of like, I don't know, insecurities, because you're just like, I'm here to do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you like go in and you come out and you wash your hands.
Yeah.
And then you leave. You know,
Yeah.
like the fixie, if you want to go in there and fix your makeup or fix your hair, like you just commit to it. You're like, I'm in here doing it because it's like anybody who's anybody comes in. Like you could have like a man who's like the boss come in and you're just like fixing my hair. You know?
Yeah.
You're just like, that's
fully
what
committed.
Yeah, you just commit to it.
Speaking of fixing hair, the first interaction I remember having with you is asking if you would put a bald cap on me for Halloween.
No, it was like a mutual friend that asked that. She was like, oh, Christina used to do hair. Should...
Yeah, I was like, because I've never put on a bald cap. That was
Yeah.
like because I dressed up as Pitbull for Halloween, and then I won the work competition for it, and
and I did the bald cap.
Yeah, because I'd never put on a bald cap, and I had no idea how to do it, and you did great.
Mm-hmm. It stayed on all day. It was good.
She was like ready for it to be professional, and I was like, literally, I don't care.
Yeah, you're like, just get it on.
Yeah, just put it on. She was like, you need to bring foundation that matches, and we'll blend it in. I was like, I don't care. The worse, the better.
Dude, that was funny. Actually, it re-inspired me to end up buying the tickets for his concert.
Yeah.
September.
I'm so excited.
So excited.
So we have another coworker at work that they know somebody who has a box at the amp.
And you're going to be in that box. Did you get the official?
I keep checking in with him every weekend. And every weekend, he's like, every time I talk to my old boss, I'm like, hey, are they still available? There's still 3 tickets available. And so
so you're waiting to buy it?
No, we don't buy it because the person owns it. So they're just going to give it to us.
Oh, if nobody buys those tickets.
If nobody takes them, because they like have a box for their work or whatever. And some people,
you're really fingers crossed on that.
I know I am. And I keep following up with him every single weekend. Because like, okay, no offense, but I don't like concerts at the amp. I hope this doesn't offend people.
We're just doing shout outs to the businesses around here.
I don't like going to concerts there. It's not my favorite venue here because you either have to pay ridiculous prices for a folding chair near the stage, or you can sit on the grass that is sloped, and it's super uncomfortable with all the rest of the peasants.
That is where I bought my tickets.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like it?
I'm really not a picky person when it comes to things like that.
Oh no.
Like I'm more of a vibe. Like if everyone there is angry that I'm sitting around, then I'll be like, this sucks. But if everyone's just like happy, like I could be anywhere. And as long as everyone around me is having a good time, then I'm having a good time.
Well, I went one time when it rained. Maybe that's why I have such a the only time I ever went is it rained.
Okay. I could see that, but then again, it goes right back to like, what are you prepared for the rain? Because Philip and I went to a concert in Maine and we were prepared for the rain. We had like raincoats. My wallet was like, waterproof little thing. And like I was wearing leggings that were like the moisture wicking, and I was ready for the rain, and it rained and it was so fun. So I think that could be a factor. Okay.
So I think if I'm going to sit on sloped grass, I should pay $5 for my ticket.
It's quite a request.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Okay. It's just like overpriced.
Okay.
If I'm going to like have to like not step on people in order to get to where I was sitting.
I think that is the issue with like supply and demand though. Cause like if like we have a population here, and if you're like this really cool person's coming into town, like everyone wants to sit there, and then it's only $5, like you're going to have like bathroom facility issues if it's that cheap. You know? So it's like, and then you cap it like, oh, there's only 50 people or 200 or 1,000 people are allowed to come in. Well, I get that,
I'm
like for
I'm
$5, but
bougie though.
yeah, then you have people that are like buying the tickets so fast and they're waiting until, and then the internet's like flooded, like Coachella. Remember how have you ever bought in tickets where you have to like wait on the internet and they open and then it's like buy the ticket?
Well, yes, and also I did like when All American Rejects came. I was one of the people that got a text message that said you're invited.
Ooh.
And then the line was around the block and I couldn't get in because somebody had leaked it on Facebook.
See?
Yeah, I understand.
If it was $100 or $200 a ticket, you would have.
I understand, but Ticketmaster just got sued or whatever. Like, got like the judge ruled that it was illegal monopoly because they kept jacking up the prices. Like,
okay, I get what you're saying there. Yes, there is lines between like illegal jacking it up and an issue with supply and demand.
Yeah,
like there's those are two different.
But they hold hands.
Problems.
They're problems that are holding hands.
Yeah, I can see where you're saying that they're holding hands. Yeah, but it doesn't mean like it cause and effect. If you change the outcome of this one and you start solving this one, then it's going to affect this one. So yes, they are holding hands, but in reality, like they are two separate issues, I would say.
That's why I just go to a different concert venue that I like better.
Which one's that?
I like, formerly known as JJ's Live.
I have not been there yet. I've heard good things.
Well, I haven't been since they rebranded to Ozark Music Theater. Is that what they call it now?
It starts with Ozark. I've heard that.
Ozark Music Venue, something like that. And I haven't been since they changed that. So I can't speak to like the most recent stuff. But whenever I went before, it was like you could buy a pit ticket, which the pit tickets were like $30.
Okay.
And you are going to stand there all night long. There's nowhere to sit.
Uh-huh.
And then like it's first come, first serve. You have to like literally push people out of the way if you want to be on the front.
It's taking it back.
Yeah, it's literally that.
Yeah.
Or you can pay, it's like $100 a ticket and they give you a very small table and chairs in a elevated seating place. So it's like the medium level. That's where you want to be, because then once you go up to the top, you buy like a ridiculous, like it's like an $800 minimum, and it's like everybody still pays 100 tickets, but it's like you have get at least 8 people for it to be $100 ticket. But you have like a big table and your own bathroom and your own bar and everything. I haven't been up to the top where
that seems too much.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying the middle.
Yeah.
It's like $400 because it's 4 seats. But
do you get
you can easily find 4 friends to go to a concert with. When
you get the one that's up in like the 800, which obviously they've changed ownership, so this might have changed and you might not know. But do you get it for like, say the event is from 8:30 to 10, and do you get the table and the bathroom and all that from like 7 to midnight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool then.
Yeah,
because then you can really enjoy the space. Because I've gone to a comedy show with some friends for a birthday back when Dane Cook was still performing.
Wow.
In LA. Yeah, and I remember we couldn't really like hang out. It was almost like it wasn't until later on when we like left the comedy show and like went to the bar and stuff like that we got to like really converse, because when we all got there before, it was like pre-gaming at everyone's house, and then we all drove and then we were there. And so it would have been cool if we had it for like an hour before he came on, and then had it for afterwards. It's like that would have really made it worth.
Well, I don't think, I think afterwards they kind of just like push everybody out. But beforehand, when everybody's filing in and everything, you can get there early. And they tell you can get in at a certain time or whatever. Yeah. And sometimes I think even with those packages, they have like, you can go to sound check or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that as an option before, which I think is a cool option.
Yeah. It's really fun to see behind the scenes.
One time, the best concert I ever went to, this is embarrassing, but it was Jesse McCartney.
Jesse McCartney, that's country.
What? No.
I'm trying to like put it
Girl.
because right now Jody Messina is coming in my head.
No, Jesse McCartney is a boy, and he is.
Sorry, dude.
He's like the love of my life.
Oh, who knew it was a girl? Why does that click in? Yeah, well, I'm thinking of Jody Messina. So
yeah, for
heads
sure.
Carolina, tails California.
I'm so surprised that you, because we're the same age, that you were not also in love with him.
No. Okay, so let me look him up just because it's just not.
You're gonna feel silly.
I know. I feel like it's one of those things though where people are like, "Oh, have you seen that movie?" or "Do you know that actor?" or and it's McCartney.
Yeah. Anyway, he was my favorite because this is revealing a lot.
I don't know who he is.
What? Girl, just play Beautiful Soul. Play Beautiful Soul. You'll know that song.
I mean, he looks, you know what he really looks like? Maybe it's mixing it up, but it's like Aaron Carter.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Aaron Carter. Everybody always gets him confused with Aaron Carter, but he's better than Aaron Carter. I will go to bat for you, Jesse, every time. Jesse, are you there?
Can you hear me?
No, you should play
you really want it?
Yeah, do it.
She's here for you, Jesse.
I am here for you. You'll know her. You worked in a hair salon. You've certainly heard this song before.
And I'm skip this ad. Dude, I had a cheeseburger the other day. It was from Five Guys. Oh, I miss In-N-Out.
Oh, I do too.
I can't skip it. Sorry. Brought to you by.
All
right, we're here.
You don't remember this song?
It's coming back, but I can't start singing it yet. What?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's a validation I needed.
Yeah. I just don't remember him as he's not country.
No. And he's not a girl.
Double wrong.
I paid the actual money to meet him before the show and everything, and we got to go to a pre-concert concert with just the people who bought the VIP tickets, and that was the best concert I've ever gone to. That's because so he's cool. Been in the business for 30 years.
I mean, he's 39. I just saw that. So. Has he come out with anything recently?
Yeah. He has
apparently
newer
Beautiful
music.
Soul is still his number one sell.
It is. He was on Hacks. Did you watch the show Hacks? I think you might like it. It's on HBO Max or whatever they're calling it.
My friend let me borrow her HBO for a while. Usually during the holidays, I like to watch Harry Potter.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
So next time I get it, I'll try and watch Hacks.
Binge Hacks. You might. Well, it's in its final season right now. Do
you think it'll still be
visible
on HBO?
Yeah, it'll be on HBO. It's one of their top performing shows. Of course, they're going to leave it on there.
That's funny.
But it's a show about a comedian who's in close to retirement part of her career, and then a writer who's in the very first part of her career. And it was written, I think, by the same people who did Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and Gilmore Girls. So it's very fast paced back and forth. At least that's what it feels like. I'm not sure if it's actually.
Okay. I've heard good things about Mrs. Maisel. I've heard that I should watch it, and I just haven't. I actually should put a Post-it on my coffee table so when I sit down to watch TV, because I want to.
It's surprisingly underwhelming the amount of people who haven't seen it, because it's actually really good. But yeah, he was on that show because the main. I'll spoil it for you. This particular episode, because you'll have to wait until the end season once you get there.
So he's in it, but it's just
he's in it way down the line. Just one episode, because it's someone's birthday on the show, and so
he plays himself.
Yeah, he plays himself. He did a cameo on X, because the older famous lady, it's the younger writer lady. It's her birthday, and she doesn't think that they're gonna throw a party, and then they throw a surprise party. Aww. And then the older lady went to her mom, and her mom invited her friend from 8th grade. And then she was And now the special guest is Jesse McCartney. And she's like, how did you know this is my middle school crush? And the mom was like, because I read your middle school diary.
That's just like reliving life. Like,
yeah.
That's so funny. Wow. Who would you want to perform at your surprise birthday party?
Obviously, Jesse McCartney.
That was a dumb question. Or they do exist.
There's another artist I really like, and his name is Bryce Vine.
Okay.
Which no one's ever heard of. But I saw Bryce Vine at JJ's Live, and it was like the second best concert I've ever been to, because I got in that middle section. First concert I ever went to at JJ's Live, we went in the pit, and it was fun, but it was like a lot of standing for hours, which, girl, I'm like I'm 35 now. I can't be doing that.
Yeah, there are times when I just want to sit.
And then the second time we went and got the middle seating, and we like rented a whole section, and then it was like 3 people that went. It was my former co-host for the show, and then Colton and me, and like the booth that we got was like direct eye line sight to the artist. Like we made eye contact multiple times throughout the store or throughout the show. He's literally, because like I was the person that like knew every single lyric to every single song, and so I think that he could, like, when the lights came on, he could see that I was singing. I mean, maybe I'm like making this up, but it felt like he could see that I was singing.
Bryce Vine, if this is true, please let her know.
Well, because then after the show, like we posted stuff on Instagram, and then after the show, he like messaged my friend who was on the show before, because she had a lot of Instagram followers, so they had like the same amount of Instagram followers, and so they were like talking back and forth, and he was like, thanks for coming out. Anyway, so I definitely recommend, if you have Instagram influencer friends, go to a concert with them. It makes it a lot more fun.
Noted. That is not me. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I am gonna post more.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, you have been like developing your drone Instagram recently, right?
Yes, trying to. Well, kind of. We're still on the editing portion of it. Like I have the stuff to post now. Now I just need to post it. I don't know why I hit such a wall when it comes to like.
You can just schedule it out, and then you don't have to think about it. It just does it by itself.
I think it's not the actual task of doing it. I feel like there's some barrier of like putting my work out there and then, having it be judged. Fair. Which at the end of the day, like just move on, move past it, like don't look at it and like all of those things. But I think that, there's like that part of being an artist that is rough. I mean, when I was a hairstylist, it was like I talked to someone and what was in their head, I took it out and I put it on them and I created it for them and then they walked away with it and it was like constant. But now it's just so different because it's like I'm taking the picture and I'm like, oh, I think this looks cool, and it's like there's no one else to like blend the like feeling with. So
well, you kind of have Philip. You guys kind of do it together.
Yeah. When it comes to stuff that he wants me to film, but like the stuff that is with Hobbs State Park is really just me. So that's it's been a little bit.
It sounds like you have such cool stuff. I can't wait for you to post it. Like the eagle's nest. Mm-hmm. That sounds like what you got. Way cool footage.
Yeah. And I can't wait to get more with my new drone. I have the Mavic 4 Pro. It's amazing. So now I just I've been out filming with it. I'm working on getting the permit with this drone because you have to have a permit to film at a state park. And I am
like re-advancing
I'm
with your new drone.
A new application.
What is the difference in the cameras on your drones?
I'm not going to go into like specific tech specs, but my old drone is a smaller sensor. Mm-hmm. So this one is going to be a bigger sensor, and there's three cameras, technically three lenses.
Yeah, so it's like the difference between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 13.
Exactly. Yeah. And my old phone, or my old The Mini 3 Pro films in 4K, but it
Mhm.
just doesn't have the dynamic range of what my new drone has.
Can you fly both drones at the same time? Like put one on like autopilot and follow you, and then the other one.
Legally, you're like, no. But I could have, we're just going to say legally no. And you wouldn't want to, because you're like flying one and then autopilot the other. Like you still have to be the remote pilot in
Mhm.
command.
Mhm.
But the fine line between that is you could have someone operating it, and then you're so close that you can like take over their controls if need. That's the fine line. So it's like we could be both operating. Like Philip isn't a remote pilot, but
What if you had two licensed people?
oh yeah, then you could fly both at the same time.
Because I think it would be cool if you worked with somebody and then, like, for example, the eagle's nest that you went and checked on to see if there was any babies.
Mm-hmm.
You could do like POV, like the big bird, and then POV the baby birds, and then put together a pretty cool video.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what do you mean baby birds? Like the ones in the nest?
Yeah, like if you were, because you didn't find actual baby birds, you just found eggs, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
But if there was like baby birds there, and then you like the mom bird was like sitting on the edge of the nest, and then you could see the baby birds.
Yeah.
It would be cool if you could like film the mom and then also film the babies.
Oh, like
two
yeah.
points of view.
At first, I thought you meant like flying after like an eagle. I was like, this is really getting there right now. It's like, she thinks I'm really good.
I do think you're so good. You're so cool.
I don't feel like cool, but I'm working on it. Right back at you, though. You got
Thanks.
a podcast.
I know. I was talking to one of the librarians earlier, and she was like, "How's the podcast going?" And I was like, "It's going good." And then I was like thinking about how, like, when I first started podcasting, I had like role models, and I recently had one of them on. His name's Irvin. And so I was like thinking about Irvin, and like when I first started, he was like, "Oh yeah, I have like 200 and some episodes." And I was like, wow, 200 episodes. What would that be like?
Yeah.
And now I'm like almost there. I think I'm like somewhere in 180s, 190s, maybe closer than I think. But
that's exciting.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I'm like, I've been consistent and I'm doing it.
Yeah. Honestly, that's like really important. That's just like the thing that makes a new skill like part of a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it coming down here, like with habits and things like that. Like I have changed my life throughout time by just showing up to the thing that I want to change in my life.
Yeah.
You know,
so cool.
Even this editing, you know, like I'm like, I want the stuff. And Philip even said, you know, at some point, is this right? Philip even said at some point, he's like, we could get someone to edit your footage if you really don't want to be like the editor, but I need to show up consistently and
like learn
it, you know, before I start handing it off.
Yeah.
So that's light at the end of that tunnel. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Editing is a different skill set than capturing for sure.
Yeah. I think I was talking about that to Morgan. We're both like, can we just go out there and like film and then like hand it off? So nice.
Well, I think that's what like once you get to like the level of like the Secret Lives content creators, like where they're at with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The other thing, like speaking of consistency, I have and feeling cool.
Love this. Consistently feeling cool.
At work, we were talking about going to the gym, and because you're kind of like the person that I'm like, oh yeah, this is because when I first started, I told you that I was like doing it and why I was doing it. And I realized I'm like 6 weeks in, and I'm 6 weeks in of going all 4 days off.
Love that.
And we had this like classically cool kind, like you could almost classify him as like maybe a outdoorsy gym guy.
Yeah.
A coworker that walked up to us, and we were talking about the gym. He's like, yeah, I came to work because I heard you guys were talking about the gym, and I thought I could blend in pretty good. I'm like, oh yeah, welcome to the conversation. Yeah. And then I was like, I was just telling her about how I've gone all 4 days for the last 6 weeks, and he's like, wow, that's better than me. I only went 3 this week, and I was like, hey, look at me.
Yeah. The consistency part is so rewarding. Like when you look at your calendar and you're just like, all those little dots were checked. It's like, so satisfying.
Yeah, that's like the main thing that I like about the gym that I go to is like um it's open 24/7, and so there's like nobody there to like greet you or whatever, so you have to like scan in on the app.
I love that
And
gyms
then
do that now.
I know, it's so great. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But once I scan in on the thing, it like creates a log, and then on the calendar it like shows like each day that I went is blue.
Yeah.
And so I was like showing her that it was like blue. Like, and I like
yes.
went back to the month before, still all blue. I was like, yeah.
Dude. I recently, well, not recently, I've been meditating,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And I'm at like 272 days.
Mhm.
And it's really fun to like see that calendar, because it's just like, I know in my app I'm at like 700 days
Mhm.
that I've meditated with the app,
Mhm.
but like consistently. And
Yeah, like your streak.
yeah, my streak is that. And so I'm like on a high with that for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Same with yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can celebrate our consistency.
We're
showing
celebrating.
up.
Hey.
Yeah.
Really, the only reason that I have like forced myself to be consistent is because if I don't, then my mental health suffers.
Yeah. It's so good. Honestly, I'm noticing a big difference with myself. I got a rebounder, a
Mhm.
little like mini trampoline.
Mhm.
And that's been really, really helpful in the morning to do it every morning.
Mhm.
Like I notice a big difference with my mental health.
Mhm. We had this conversation at work recently. I've been thinking about getting a vibration plate for the same like, idea.
Yeah, the lymphatic drain, my pelvic floor, lymphatic drainage, and just like my like muscles,
Mhm.
like the hip flexors, that sort of thing, like I've noticed a difference. Yeah. I use an app called Jumpin' Jacked. Shout out to Sydney. Yeah.
Are you friends with Sydney?
No, she's Canadian, but it's an app. She's the workout person.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. I mean, I think there's lots of apps out there.
I think
really
it's
cool.
so funny because we were talking and you were talking about like, oh, I wake up at 5 a.m. and then I go do my rebounding and then I do my mindfulness and then I eat breakfast and then it's time to get ready. And I'm like, girl, what?
Dude, she remembers my life though. Did you hear that? That is it to the T. Yeah.
Yeah, I was born to be a stalker, but I use my powers for good instead of evil.
That is the best. I was born to be a stalker, but I use my powers for good. That's funny. I want to find something like that. Like,
well, I can tell you what yours is. You like can speak so clearly because of your blow dryer experience.
I enunciate.
Yeah, you're so good at enunciating.
Yeah, I definitely. It frustrates me a little bit when people don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, don't you care that like, people can't understand you? Like, come on, you're mumbling. I've done that a couple times. I'm trying to think of who's been mumbling. It's like in the last year, someone. I literally like, oh, I can't hear you. Can you repeat that? And then finally, I've just like resorted to, you're mumbling.
I can get kind of bad if I've hung out with Colton a lot because he's a chronic mumbler. And then when he would hang out with his dad was worse than him. So like when he would come back from hanging out with his dad, be like, babe, what?
Just take a second. Say it again. Yeah. I think it's almost like a pet peeve.
Well, but I think it's honestly because he's from a small town in Utah, and so it's almost like it's like accent dialect almost.
Okay.
Just the way that he talks, and so I sometimes I pick it up. just because if we've been like in the car for a road trip or something,
yeah,
and we just like go back and forth,
yeah,
and I pick it up for sure.
Do you have any pet peeves?
Oh yeah.
Let's start with number one.
Well, I have misophonia.
Oh, the crunching.
Yeah. Oof. Like 2 weekends ago, whenever we had talk, because they gave us chips. We had at work they gave us tacos 2 Sundays in a row. And the last one, not 2 days ago, but the one before.
They really care about the date. Thank you for clarifying that.
I like showed up to the table and I like sat there for a second and I was like, I might have to go somewhere else. and everyone who sits at lunch near where I sit knows now, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
about my limitations with
Yeah, you're like, if I'm
sounds.
done eating and you're not like crunching with everybody, then it's like you're like, I'm out of here. I was like, okay. That's it. So what's your next one? I'm like, I already knew that one.
Okay, so pet peeves. Let's see.
I need to think of mine if I'm asking questions.
Yeah, I know. Start thinking. So crunching, easy. Number one. I also like I have a lot, but it's hard. Oh, I struggle with when I make plans with someone and then like they cancel last second.
Okay.
If you cancel like with a day in advance or a couple hours in advance, but if it's like the time and I'm already at the place and then they cancel, that I really hate that.
I mean, I feel like that's bigger than a pet peeve. And just like so much more, you know what I mean? But I'll give you that one because I think everyone can relate to that. You're like, hi, I drove to where we're gonna hang out. I'm okay. It's okay. Like, I feel like it's a very small percent of the population.
I feel like
a pet peeve has to be something that's like,
no, well,
most
I mean,
people or half the population aren't bothered by that type of, like, my best friend off the top of my head, she hates when people are standing too close to her. Like, it is like, why are you breathing down my back? And like, it doesn't bother me at all.
No,
at all. But that's like her pet peeve. Like at the grocery store in line, she's like, get away from me. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, that's like a pet peeve for her, which I feel like that could be like a pet peeve.
I wouldn't say it's a pet peeve, but I will say that I have like a natural defense mechanism. When people ask me really personal questions, I intentionally ask them really personal questions.
Yeah.
Because
I like that.
It's almost like a pet peeve, but not exactly. But it's like definitely something I defend myself against like if you're gonna ask me to be vulnerable, you're gonna be vulnerable too.
Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah. Honestly, recently there's been someone who's come into my acquaintances and they do that. They ask very like personal questions, like they're entitled to the answer. And I'm not prepared for it. And I wish I was, because that's a really good like defense mechanism to have. Instead, it catches me off guard and I let them overstep the boundary instead of being able to be like, hey, like, unfortunately, whatever a good response to a boundary would be, like, in that sense, and like putting a nice natural boundary up of like, not like information guarding or whatever, but it's just like, that's a personal question, like maybe I could just say that.
The easiest one that it quickly comes to mind is like, because I'm 35 and have no kids, people be like, oh, why don't you have kids? You'd be like, oh, actually I can't have kids. I don't really get a period most of the time. Yeah. Or if I do get one, it's probably too long, and I've had hormonal issues since I started my period.
Yeah. And they're like, okay.
Oh
yeah,
now we're talking about my fertility.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Right? It's like, why are you asking such a loaded question? Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like, come on, people. Like, is it your business?
Yeah. I mean, if I don't care. If you want to know that fact about me, you're going to know it fully.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and like half the information to you so you're walking around with just like a...
Well, because then it like it instantly like puts them there like, now I have this uncomfortable thing sitting in my lap, you know? And then they're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have asked that question. But then they're like usually like, oh, well, that makes sense. Like, and if they were genuinely asking me a question that they genuinely wanted the answer to, then they'll understand the reasonings behind it, and then we end up having like a much deeper, better conversation without the small talk. But if they were somebody who just like was asking a fluffy question, then they instantly pivot the conversation.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
So that's why I like that, because it's like a defense mechanism, but it's also like kind of a way to cut to the core,
Yeah. I mean, that's making me feel like I want to create my answer around that, because mine isn't just about the kid conversation, even though 35, no kids, same.
Mm-hmm.
Same question gets asked, girl. But there's recently that person, they like ask other questions. And so it's not in the same category, but I was trying to think if there was a applicable, general thing that I could say. And when you were saying what you were saying right now, I was thinking like, are you just asking that question because you want to know my business, or are you generally curious to like, or is that just like you want to know for your own benefit?
Yeah.
Like,
what's your motivation?
Yeah, right. What's your motivation for that question? I think that might be where I'm going with it, because it'll shape my answer instead of me just being like, I'm going to give you information that's like not necessary for you to have. And it's not that I'm trying to like gatekeep information, because if it is that you want information on how to do what I'm doing or whatever it is that you're asking your question about, then like, yeah, I would love to like inform you. But like when you're coming at me with such a general, why don't you have kids? You know what I mean? Like a general, just like in your face, like, I don't know what you're going to do with that information. And it's almost like, it's like, that's my opinion. And you sound like you're going to put it on a poster and be like, this is the information that I got from Christina and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I don't know. I just don't feel safe, with how you're delivering your question, approaching me. Yeah. So I like that. I'm like, what are you going to do with that information?
What's your motive?
What's your motive? Love that. What's your motive? I'm picturing now this person, and I think that'll be a follow up with how that goes.
Yeah. Well, that was like I feel like that was a helpful thing. I'm glad that we talked about that, because I feel like other people in the world like have dealt with that like invasive type of questioning as well too. And it happens like sometimes, because at work we eat lunch together, and so when you're like eating food, sometimes like casual context like comes up, and so like oftentimes people will ask me like really personal questions, like because they'll find out that I like grew up Mormon or something, and that's like a hot topic button right now. And so they'll be like, oh, are you still Mormon? Like what? And I'm like, how much of this story do you want to hear? Because I'll talk your ear off for 20 minutes if you want.
Yeah. We have a couple different rabbit holes we can go down. Let me just like know which one. Let's navigate it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I think that's another like loaded question too, when you find out about people's past. And then I like that idea, because like when you can go so many different directions with it. Like, oh, you used to live in a van. Like, I used to live in a van. And like, oh, how was it? I'm like, I need to ask that. Like, what part of this conversation do you want to talk about? Because there's like a lot of like, how did it go? Like my life completely changed. Everything about my life changed.
Yeah.
Like, what part of this?
Yeah.
Be more specific.
Are you going to buy a van? Are you like,
where are you going with that?
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah. Right. Little Netflix, like, like control the thing. Yeah. I was just going to say something else. I forgot it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you were like, I really want to talk about that on the show and I didn't get a chance to?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, then that seems like a pretty good place to push pause.
Yay.
Yay. You did it.
Yeah.
Well, yay. Redemption episode done.
Yes. Right. See you guys next time.
Do you want people to find you? Or maybe your drone footage, Instagram?
I'll come back with an update, and then I will advertise myself.
Okay.
Until then, try to find me.
If you can find her off of that, you probably deserve to find her. Okay, well, that's it then. Okay, thanks for coming on. Love you. Bye.